What's going on, Junkie Nation? Gorgeous George and Goes reporting for duty here. We got another MMA superstar. It is Logan Storley, who is going to be headlining Bellator 281 this Friday. He will be competing for the interim welterweight title versus Michael Venom Page. Showtime's got you covered. 1 p.m. Eastern start time for the beginning of the card. What's going on, Logan? How are you?
Not too bad. Just got done with a little workout here in the UK and just going through fight week.
When did you get in? Has your body already equalized, as they say, to the time change and the travel?
Yeah, I got in Sunday morning, and then, obviously the first day kind of stayed awake for a little bit and then got a good 12, 13 hours sleep and been good. So just getting everything dialed in and going through fight week and making sure weight is good and everything's on point right now.
Will walking in to the arena on Friday night, as kind of like the heel, I guess, because everybody's going for the hometown guy. I'm sure you've been through that in wrestling. Can you give me an example of when you wrestled and you went into another arena and probably it was kind of hostile?
Yeah, University of Iowa, Minnesota have a big rival. It's gone on for a long time. You walk into Carver Hawkeye, it's 15,000 people that don't like you. And usually we are ranked 1 or 2 in the country, and I always wrestle the top 8 guys. So, I've been booed at and yelled at and all those other things. So I'm used to it. And at the end of the day, you just gotta put that out of your mind and go in there and compete. But I know that I need to be active on top and do damage and not let that crowd play any factor at all in this fight.
Are you going to USA it up a little bit? Maybe some red, white, and blue, a flag, or some Apollo Creed trunks?
Yeah, I got some red, white, and blue. And I'm going to enjoy it. At the same time, these fans are great. I know
Yes.
every show I've watched over here. So I got nothing against them. I know that they want their guy to win, which is any country that you're fighting a guy that he's from. I'm in his country. But, it's my time right now. And so I got to go in there and do my job. And that's what I plan to do.
The last time we talked, you talked about what an influence Robbie Lawler's been for you. And I wanted to ask you, I didn't ask you that day, what's the best advice he's ever given you? Him being somebody who's been in the sport for a long time and has reached the top of a promotion.
I guess the best, I guess there's not one thing, but it's just watching him and how he lives his life and consistency, man. He's been through ups and downs, but it's just the kind of person, that he is. All the success he's had, and everywhere I've gone with Robbie, everyone knows Robbie. Whether it's out on the street, someone always recognizes him, and he is the most humble human being I've ever met in my life, and just very grateful for everything that's happened, and treats everyone the same. And that's the biggest thing I've ever taken from him is when it's over, it's over, and people kind of remember you for who you were as a person, and so it kind of just takes a lot of the pressure off of you, being around a guy like that is just a overall good human being.
MVP has a kind of a unique style, we'll say. How much different was it preparing for that? Was it easy to find people to replicate what he does in there?
Yeah, obviously he's got a unique style and one of a kind style. So am I going to find someone that's exactly like him? No. Is he going to find someone that's can do what I do? No, I don't think he can. So, yeah, of course he's unique, and he's flashy and he's fast, but how long can he do it? And what happens when I put him on his back and put the pressure on him?
Logan, how important are those first 3 minutes of the fight? A lot of us feel like that's going to paint the whole picture of the fight there. How important is starting for you?
Yeah, obviously I want to get my hands on him, put him down if I can. If not, he's seen my last fight, where I traded for 25 minutes, showed off my hands. The biggest thing with him is you can't get frustrated, and he is hard to get that distance, get that timing. And so maybe I don't get to my takedown. Maybe I don't really land much and not a lot happens. You have to stay calm. You have to stay focused. So I don't really know if the first 3 minutes tell everything because it's a long fight and things can change really quickly.
I wanted to ask you, are you a student of the game? Would you consider yourself a student of the game, trying to learn from watching other fights?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of fights. Been watching MMA since I was, a fifth, sixth grader. So a little bit, once I kind of get into my own fight camp, I kind of deep into camp, I kind of shy away a little bit from watching too much fights because it's what we do 24/7. So I like to pull away a little bit and focus on kind of what I'm going to do, watch a few of his fights, but I don't think about it 24/7. Like when I'm out of camp, I really enjoy watching other fights and other guys breaking things down. But kind of once you get in camp, you don't have a lot of time to try these new things,
Here's what I was getting at. Did you happen to catch Rose Namajunas versus Carla Esparza?
I didn't watch it because I was flying.
Okay.
I haven't seen any highlights.
There weren't any. It was a terrible fight. I think both ladies would tell you that. But I'm thinking here, it was similar because Carla was the wrestling-based fighter who wanted to get the fight to the ground, and Rose was the striker who wanted to keep the fight standing up. There wasn't much action. They've taken a lot of heat, a lot of criticism. But in the end, those judges have a job to do. And there was some rounds where I swear to you, Logan, I hate 10-10 rounds. I think in 5 minutes, you got to figure out one person did more than the other. But I may have witnessed a few here because they just weren't doing much. But this fight, as much heat as it's taken, criticism as it's taken, I wonder if it'll be a learning tool for fighters in these big fights, because the judges saw something, and the scores were everywhere. And I'm just wondering, could something have been learned from a fight like that, especially the styles that you two will be bringing to the table?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, like I said, I haven't seen it. I just saw kind of the comments on it. But we've seen other fights. Bader fought Congo. Not a lot of people were happy with that fight. Bader just kind of took him down, and which at the end of the day, you have to. You're going out there to win. That's your job. Obviously it's a business. It's entertainment as well. But Bader found a way to win, and so for me, it's obviously I want to put on exciting shows, exciting fights. But at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for me to go out there and get the W. And I think when you kind of enjoy it and move forward and try to do damage, that's when things will start to open up for me instead of just focusing on getting a takedown right away and riding.
Right. All right. I think Goes has another question for you. So back on you, Goes.
Well, MVP, we all know kind of what he likes to do. He likes to get in people's faces before the fight. He likes to talk a little trash. Does that make things a little bit more fun for you? Do you like when fighters do that, or is that just nonsense? Get away from me.
I haven't. I guess Buckley talked quite a bit of trash to me, and besides that, that's about it, really. I guess honestly, I don't really care. I don't get too wrapped up in it. At the end of the day, I came here for a business trip. It's not personal to me. None of this is. It's I don't disrespect or hate anyone that I'm gonna fight. At the end of the day, we're both prize fighters fighting for money, and I'm gonna do my job on Friday, and I'm gonna go back to the United States and be champ and enjoy my life. So that, I guess, I get it. You got to sell the fight a little bit, but it doesn't do much for me personally, I guess.
One last thing here. Goes, do you have queued up the video I sent you?
No, you didn't put it in the chat.
Yeah, I did. It's up above. You don't see it? Okay, hold on a second. We just got to show you this, Logan. I got a kick out of it. It's from your Instagram. I'm gonna resend it to Goes right now. This is you at a golf course, and I'm talking about the snake.
No.
Yeah. Hey, that's not a real snake, right?
No, it's not. My buddy.
Okay.
It was like 2 weeks after the Gracie fight. We were out there.
Here it goes. We'll start from the beginning. So there's the snake right there, and we'll tell you when the beginning is because it'll loop right now. Okay, here he comes. Look, he puts his club away, and then bam. Oh man.
It was we were having fun. It was like I said, it was maybe a week after the Gracie fight, and we were out there. My buddy put it over there in like the 17th or 18th hole. About fell over and snapped my ankle. It looked like, but
I know. I was kind of, I don't know why I think this way, because I guess because I'm older and I've seen so many things. But there was this one play. I don't know if you watch football for many years, but Barry Sanders once juked. These are old school names. Juked Rod Woodson. Honestly, two of the best players that ever played on both sides. But when Barry Sanders juked them, Rod Woodson didn't have this weird reaction. It was real minor, but guess what? He actually tore his ACL just because of a quick little pivot, you know? And I was wondering, I was like, wow, you know, thank God the joke was pulled off and everything was good.
It was all good. I know all these, we've had more ACL tears with these guys playing on turf than we've seen in a long time. So it'll be interesting if players get together and want to stop playing on turf here soon.
Yeah. Well, that was a great joke. And the reason I had to ask was it was so windy. I rewatched it like 10 times. I was trying to see if I could hear a rattle or a hiss or something. But basically, after seeing that it didn't move, like, okay, that's just a well-played joke.
Yeah,
but I thought maybe he had seen it, parked it there.
No.
And I thought, wow, he's taking it far, because what if you stepped on it? You know what I mean? But that was awesome. And that was great that you posted it up there. And I'm glad we could end the interview on a laugh there. Man, seriously, appreciate you taking this interview late notice. It is fight week. You just finished working out. And anyway, so thank you for the time, Logan. Good luck, man, on Friday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.